How y'all doing? I just got an email today from one of my subscribers. His name is Muscles Bronson. And he says that he's about to start going to college in a few days and he's going to major in nutrition. And he wants to know how to calculate macros. So if you're majoring in nutrition and want to be a dietitian, this is basic. This is basic nutrition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a introductory course to macronutrients and how to calculate macronutrients. So I'm filming this on a piece of paper and I wrote down some notes, so y'all just bear with me. I'm not sure how good the quality this is going to be because I have bad lighting in my house, but let's start off. So for the example I'm going to use, we're going to use this food label right here, chips. But first, the first thing you need to realize about macronutrients is what I have written down. So this right here, you need to remember this. So for carbohydrates, 1 gram of carbohydrate equals 4 calories. For protein, 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. Fat, 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. 1 gram of alcohol is 7 calories. So these 4 nutrients are where you get your calories from. All right. So remember this. You need to take a mental snapshot of this, because this is basic. You have to know this. So let's go to this nutrition label. So when you read nutrition labels, the first thing you want to look at is the serving size. Because if this right here says a half a bag of chips and you eat a whole bag of chips, then you need to multiply all these nutrients by 2. But so when you look at this nutrition facts label, what you want to look at is the total fat, total carbohydrates, and protein. And so I'm going to show you how to calculate the calories just looking at these. So first, with the chips, 15 grams of fat. So what you're going to do, you're going to multiply that by 9. Because like I said up here, 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. So 15 times 9, 135. So you're getting 135 calories from fat. Carbs, 23 carbs times 4, 92. Protein, 3 grams of protein times 4 equals 12. You add all that up, 239. Now look at this number right here compared to what they say. They say 230 calories. And the one thing that you want to keep in mind, when you're looking at total carbs, this has 1 gram of fiber. Since we don't have the enzymes to digest fiber, even though it is a carbohydrate, it does not count towards net calories. So whenever you see dietary fiber, whether it's insoluble or soluble fiber, you want to subtract that from your total carbohydrates. So I went down and did this. So this is actually what it should be. So you're going to do fats the same, but carbs, you're going to do 23 minus 1 gram of fiber. So 23 minus 1 equals 22. So I got 22 grams of carbs, multiply that by 4, 88, and you're going to do the protein the same. So actually the actual calories to that bag of chips is 235. But as you see, that's still off from what the nutrition fact says. So one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that the FDA allows for food manufacturers to have a 20% discrepancy in the actual total amount of calories. So if you ever, you can do this at home with the food that you have. If you ever look at nutrition labels, you'll never see like 234 or 233 calories. It's always going to be 230 or 120 or 130. They always round to a whole number. So usually these calories right here are just estimations. It's not the exact amount. If you want to find the exact amount, you got to do your own math. So a lot of people don't know that. Whenever you get to school, if you have it on a test, you need to figure it out probably this second way right here. Some teachers may not have you factor in fiber, but it all depends on who's teaching the class. And so the next thing I want to go over, let's say you want to eat 2,000 calories a day, and you want 50% from carbs, 30% from fat, 20% from protein. How to break that down into how many grams of carbs, how many grams of fat, how many grams of protein. It's pretty much simple math. So first you want to start out with carbs. You want to multiply 2,000 by 50% because you want 50% of your calories to come from carbohydrates. So 2,000 times 50% equals 1,000 calories. And then because 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories, you want to divide that 1,000 by 4. And so you're going to get 250 grams of carbs if you're following this macronutrient breakdown up here. And with fat, 30% fat, so 2,000 times 30% equals 600 calories, and divide that by 9, so you'll get 67 grams of fat. And then lastly with protein, 2,000 times 0.20 or 20%, that'll give you 400 calories from protein, and you're going to divide that by 4, and that's 100 grams of protein. So if you follow a 2,000 calorie diet and you want 50% of your calories from carbs, 30% from fat, 20% from protein, this is how many grams are going to be in each macronutrient. So that's basic nutrition. You'll definitely see that probably in your introductory level nutrition class. Hopefully that helps you out a little more, help you understand macronutrients and how they're calculated. I really don't have any advice on how many calories you need or what percent of carbs and protein and fat that you need. Is different from everybody. Some people, and it also depends on what type of diet you're using. What type of diet you're on. If you're on keto, you're probably going to do very little carbs, high fat, moderate protein. If you're vegan, you're going to have a lot of carbs, probably low fat, low protein. So it just that depends. But that was just a little nutrition 101 with macronutrients. If you have any more questions or any more suggestions, let me know.